Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and today we have some news about Rogue. Not many, but let me explain a little bit some things. Also, remember that we have a super cool spreadsheet that you can always check. The link is in the description, and remember to like and subscribe if you like the content. Now, for the actual information, this is going to be very fast. As many of you might have known from watching the Discord and things like that, the tier set from the first season, the 2P is super strong. It was like 8 to 7%, so it's going to get nerfed. But it's very likely that we still keep it for a bit. If you have the spore zones, the 298 helmet, I may keep that one for a bit, or maybe you keep the gloves and the shoulders, because as you know, they have less of a budget for a level for a bit. And then what we will do is, of course, get the new 2P and then the 4 set. The new 2P is kind of weak, but still, as you know, if you get a heroic tier set, it's going to be easy to replace. And then there was another change. This actually happened some days ago, but I thought it wasn't that important, and I was waiting for more changes because really, goremaw just got doubled, but a little bit more than doubled in value, expected value, let's say. It was around a 2% to 2 point something percent talent. Now it's around 4%, a little bit more, depending on how things go. If you don't know what goremaw does, they change it. It doesn't interact with energy or anything. Now you strike one target and then two nearby. Nearby, it's kind of like in a cone in front of you. And then those get a debuff. It's a blitz that lasts for 14 seconds. And then 20% of the damage on finishing moves is split amongst them. This can be used to funnel, let's say, because if there are more than 3 targets and you are using black powder, 20% of the damage that you get from the all of the mobs are going to be to those 3 mobs. Of course, it's a split, so it's not as strong as a funnel for one target. But what you can do in some situations, like for example in Lura, let's say, you can goremaw before the ads spawn on the shards, you know, that they pop, boop, and then only Lura will have the debuff. So all the 20%, instead of being split across 2 other targets, it's going to go into the same target. Now, of course, it's not a crazy talent, but it's still something. And then the tier set hasn't changed. It still has to do with the lingering shadows. And of course, the first 2 set is kind of weak. For other things, the axe that we may have used in our main hand, I actually didn't buy it, I think, yes. Offhand, sorry, is main hand only. So we won't be able to use that axe anymore. It's very likely that we still use the Heart of Ulotech on Heroic, or we use the Freight Runners if you wait on Mythic on the Bolt. It's nothing crazy, but it's still kind of good. And then the Font of Venomous Rage is also very strong on use damage trinket, but maybe we use other trinkets that are normal things. The bottom lane back and other things. Nothing crazy. There's another one. This one, it has less stats and it's also secondary stat, but it has main stat. If you remember, main stat is very strong. So I'm not going to take more of your time. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.